I've been a big fan of the Omen series from the original from 1976, and I actually do like its two sequels, but the fourth one, which was made for TV, sucked big time because I watched it so much and I hated myself for it. And the remake's fine, but I just saw the recent hit prequel film to it called The First Omen, which is now available to stream on Hulu. But is this recent prequel as good as the critics say, or is this one just a complete devilish letdown? Find out in this spoiler free review right now. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Noel Bear, known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a spoiler-free review of the 2024 supernatural horror flick The First Omen, released by 20th Century Studios from Disney, directed by Arkasha Stevenson, who co-wrote the screenplay with Tim Smith and Keith Thomas from a story by Ben Jacoby. It's a prequel to the horror classic The Omen from 1976 and sixth overall film in the franchise. The film stars Nell Tiger, Tawfeek Barhom, Sonia Braga, Rev Ineson and Bill Nighy. The plot follows an American woman sent to work at a church in Rome who uncovers a sinister conspiracy to bring about the birth of the Antichrist. The film was released almost a couple of months ago, back in April of this year. And as of its release, it has become the highest reviewed film in the franchise to this day. Now we start when Father Brennan, who presses Father Harris about an occult conspiracy and what have you, and shows him a photograph of a baby with the name Sienna inscribed. Then in Roma's 1971, amid left-wing protests, American no, Novi, novitiate, if I mispronounced that, I apologize. Margaret Dano arrives at Visardelli Orphanage, and she meets with Cardinal Lawrence, Father Gabriel, and Abbess Sister Silva. Her roommate and fellow novitiate, novitiate, okay, Luz and nun Angelica. Luz invites Margaret to a disco where Margaret dances with a man named Paolo before backing out, and she awakens the next day with no memory of what happened. So Margaret bonds with the mistreated orphan Carlia, who is played by Bad Visions. Firebrand warns her about Carlita, saying evil things will happen around her. Margaret spots Carlia, showing Angelica a drawing of a pregnant woman being restrained, and moments later, Angelica self-immolates and hangs herself while repeating, "It's all for you." Yes, just like what we heard the name say in the original, in the original and also the remake. But that's all the story I'm going to give to you. I won't give you no more because then it will ruin this spoiler-free review. Now, for my thoughts on the first Omen. Well, I will say it was not bad. I mean, this was kind of frightening and shocking, spine-tingling in various scenes and what have you. But I have to give it credit for what it had to offer. I like how it was set in 1970s Rome, which that was really good. And well, what can I say about some of the other things? Well, let's go to the reviews. The film currently sits certified fresh at 81% on Rotten Tomatoes, which that's the first and only film in the franchise to ever reach that. They say it's frequently frightening even as it plays within the confines of a nearly 50-year-old film series. This prequel is the first omen of a bright future for the franchise in quite some time. Definitely. I agree. Metacritic has it at 60, a score of 65 out of 100, which I was good, but unfortunately, CinemaScore, for instance, gave it an average grade of a C. Slant magazine said throughout the film, Stevenson slides easily between earthly delights and disgust, wedding them together through viscera and audacious aesthetics. In the film, Stevenson atomizes all the darkness and the light within ourselves. The Guardian gave it a decent review, saying it's far more artful and striking than it has any right to be, thanks in overwhelmingly large part to the TV director Arkasha Stevenson, whose bravado works incredibly well until it really doesn't, when she's forced to play by franchise rules rather than her own. Well, that's understandable, and the Times said Stevenson learns too heavily on the old horror staple of female hysteria, and the explanation behind the plot to spawn a tiny antichrist is the kind of thing you'd expect from a conspiracy nut job on YouTube. Tiger Free makes a compellingly unstable heroine, though, and Bill Nighy and Charles Dance pop up as senior priests and wear their cassocks well. This is called a midwife directed by Satan. Oh, definitely. Yes, I will say this is really something. And some have actually compared this to the film Immaculate, which was released just a few weeks prior to this back in March, which I have not seen. I don't know if I'm going to see that though, but anyway, I will say I think the atmosphere is pretty good. The score for the film, done by Mark Corvin, is very good too. It also includes Ave Satani, the theme to the original Omen, which I thought was perfect. Definitely. Also, I see David S. Goyer was one of the producers. Of course, he worked on he's mostly well known for work on superhero flicks like the Blade trilogy, the Dark Knight trilogy, Man of Steel, and Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Even that's incredible. Now, from its run, it did okay. Not much though. It made 53 million worldwide against its $30 million budget. So it did fine. What have you? Now for our cast, I think I gotta give credit to Nell Tiger Free as Margaret, who, of course, most people know her for playing Marcella Baratheon in the fifth and sixth seasons of HBO's Game of Thrones. She also appeared on Apple TV Plus's Servant and the Amazon Prime series Too Old to Die Young. I must admit, she does an exceptionally good job in playing Margaret, and I say that was just superb. Ralph Ineson, who played Chris Finch on the original version of The Office, the British series, plays Father Brennan, who, of course, you may remember in the original film was played by Patrick Troughton. He's pretty good. Sonia Braga played Sister Silva. She was good. Tawfeek Barhom played Father Gabriel. Very good. Maria Caballero played Luz. She was good. Charles Dance played Father Harris. And Bill Nighy played Cardinal Lawrence. Those were all really good performances. The rest of the cast isn't too bad, too. So, anyway, I liked First Omen. It wasn't too bad. Well, it doesn't quite come close to matching my line for the original, but it surpasses the sequels, though. Even Damien Man, Omen 2, in ways, I'd say this has surpassed that one. Even though that's my favorite of the sequels, but that's probably has surpassed it. We'll see if I decide to do a ranking of the Omen franchise again. But anyway, the first Omen was really frightening, but it was still good. The cast was really good. I liked the direction from Arkasha Stevenson. She did a good job. And like I say, it does have a good score, and I gotta say, it was just so frightening. So overall, I think this is a film worth looking into. Now, the film is has yet to be released on will be released soon on physical. Well, has yet to be released on physical media, but it will eventually soon. While it's currently now available on digital platforms now, including Hulu. Well, actually, it just came to digital platforms a couple of days ago, but now it's available to stream on Hulu. So look it up on there if you haven't seen it yet. I think you'll really like this. It's a very good horror prequel. So for my score, I'm going to give The First Omen 4 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it an 8. So what did you think of The First Omen? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, make it grow, make the views grow, as it make the views of my videos grow. And early Saturday morning, you're going to get my June schedule out first thing before I do the next Saturday morning TV log, okay? Good, that about covers it. So if you liked this review, you can check out my reviews of two of my favorites in the Omen franchise in these first two vids. In the upper left hand corner is my review of the original from 1976. The upper right hand corner is my review of Damien Omen 2 from 1978. Or if you like a recent supernatural horror flick, but in a sequel form, check out my spoiler-free review of The Nun 2 from last year in the bottom left-hand corner. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.